So I just started recording. So we'll wait for 2 minutes. Okay. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes to join everyone. So then after we'll start the class. Okay. Yeah. If anybody have anything to ask, like Git registration or any PyCharm setups or interpreter, you can ask. Okay. Like we yesterday completed PyCharm setup and the Git registration. Okay. So if anybody didn't register in the Git, so let me know. I will explain it now before going into today's session. You can keep the message in the chat box also. Okay then guys, let's start the today's session. So let me share my screen today. So today we are going to discuss so what we have completed, right? So yesterday we registered with the Git. So how we need to use our Git version and why, as I explained yesterday also. So we are going to use the Git. So where's my, see the Git versions to manage our code changes. Okay, whoever are going to change the code of your particular repo, okay, where you are storing your code. Okay, so as I'm saying, the repo is nothing but a cloud repository to store your code. Okay, so yesterday we created, so this is my Git dashboard. Okay, so here we need to create one repo first. Okay, so there we have to store our code in our cloud. Okay, so whatever the code we are writing in our PyCharm. Okay, so we need to store that in the cloud by using one repo. So how we integrate that repo with our PyCharm and how we'll write the code. Okay, so all these things today we will discuss. Okay, so before this session, everybody has to register with their email within the GitHub. Okay, so that we can use that. Okay, in the upcoming classes. So where you are going to like write the programs, right? So there you need to update your all the code into this repos, so that we need this. Okay, so yesterday we learned how to git register and how we need to create the GitHub account. So today we'll create one Git repository in this GitHub, and we will clone the repository in this PyCharm, and we'll create one sample program and we will execute all the Git commands. Okay, so here we have in the Git we have a different commands like a git status, git add, git commit, push, pull. So all these commands we will discuss. Okay, so at the last we'll push the code to our origin. So first we will create one repository. Okay, first you need to log in into your GitHub. Okay, so what you need to do, just go to the GitHub. Okay, so in my case it's directly going to login. If in your case also it doesn't showing any directly login, here there you need to enter your name, okay, and all the details and create one repository. So here we have the, see, here we have the new one, or else you can go here on your profile and here we have the repositories, right? So just click on that repository. So here we have the new, okay, right click on your new button. So here you need to give the repository name. Okay, so that repository name I'm just giving as Aurora demo class. Okay, it's available. And if you want to give the description, so you can give that description of this repo. Okay, if anybody wants to check the what is the repo was there inside, okay, what is the importance of this repo, so you can just give. Okay, and this is a choose visibility. Okay, so here you can choose the visibility, like if it is in the public, okay, anybody can check your repo. If you have kept it, so here you can choose your visibility. Okay, if your repo want to show to anybody or anyone, okay, you can choose the public. Okay, this is a readme file and a git ignore. This is all the license. Just simply click on the create repository. Okay, so if you want to go add any readme file, you can add that readme file. So readme file is nothing but a homepage of this repo. Okay, whenever you open that repo, that readme file will be displayed. Okay, so if you want to explain detailedly about your repo, you can add the details in that readme file. Okay, so now this is my repo. Okay, a demo class is my repo, and here we have the https link. Okay, so when you click on the ssh, you will get another link. When you click on the https, you will get another link, right? So I will copy this link. Okay, so what we need to do is, so if anybody didn't get anything, if you're facing any issues, okay, just let me know in the chat. Okay, so that I will stop. Okay, if I am moving fast, or if you want to tell me like a slow, okay, and just let me know. Okay, once again I am repeating. Okay, go to your profile. Okay, there you have the repository. Okay, click on that. There you will get a new. Okay, just click on the new button, and here you need to give your repository name, and if you want to give the description, you can also give the description and create your repo. Okay, so then you can see your repos here. Okay, these are my two repos basically. So when I click on my repo a demo class, okay, so here I can see, okay, quick setup. So here we have the https, right? So I'm just copying that. Okay, and just copying that https link. Okay, so in PyCharm, so how we can set up this repo? So what I will do, I will just open my PyCharm. Sorry, I already have a lot of things in my PyCharm. So let me do one thing. Let me close one by one. Exit. So let me try to open it again. Okay, so how you can integrate that repo into your PyCharm and how we'll save. Let me show you. Okay, so cloning, you have a repo, right? So you need to clone that repo into your PyCharm now. Okay, you need to clone that repo into your PyCharm. So how we can do it? So I will show. And the cloning is nothing but downloading that GitHub repo. Okay, whatever you have created in the remote, okay, GitHub repo, that you are downloading into your local system with full Git version control. Okay, so let me create one new project. Okay, or go to the file and the new project. Okay, so here you can get it from new project, or you can get it from the project from the version control. Okay, here we have the link called version control. The version control what we are using, which is nothing but a git. Okay, just click on the version control. Okay, you will get like this. Okay, version control is git, and here it asking me the URL. So what is a URL? So whatever the URL you have copied from your repo, okay, this is HTTPS URL, right? So that repo you need to paste it here, that URL. Okay, so I just copied that URL. Okay, so now I just clone that. I am cloning that repo and I'm just opening that in my new window. Okay, see, this is my new window. My screen is visible to anyone, everybody, right? So now see, this is my repo. Now here, this is my interpreter. Okay, so I will just select my Python 3.12. Okay, so now this is my repo, which is in my local system. I just downloaded my GitHub repo into my local system, right? So now, so PyCharm will see here it directly automatically initializing all my Git commands. Okay, see, update, project, commit, push. These are all the Git commands. Okay, so now first, before going into that, so let us discuss what are the commands we have. Okay, so and why we want to use those commands. Okay, so here we have a different commands. Okay, so like a git status is one of the command, and we have git status, and git add is another command we are going to use mostly. So I'm just explaining the main commands itself. Okay, git status is one of thing and git add is one of the thing. So what do you mean by the git status is, so it shows whatever the state of your current directory or the staging area. Okay, it just explain you which files are modified or which files are in the staging area and which files are untracked or which branch you are in. Okay, it will give you the entire details. Okay, it's basically it will show you the current state, okay, of your working directory, so where you are working, whether it is added into the repo or not. Okay, so these all the details will be explained by the git status. Okay, and here we have the git add. Okay, one thing, let me show you in your PyCharm itself. Okay, let me open my terminal and let's check git status. Okay, see, when I click on the git status, it's showing, it telling me as you are on the branch main. Okay, so there are no commits yet, so I didn't committed anything, and these are untracked files. Okay, which is nothing but dot idea. Okay, and we have nothing added to commit but untracked files present. Okay, so what it's saying is basically you didn't committed anything and you are in the main branch. Okay, you are in the main branch. So main branch, and what do you mean by the branches is, so whatever the repo we have created, so here in our repo, whatever we have created repo, this is one main repo. Okay, if you want to create different branches, okay, if you want to create the different branches, you can create by using the command git branch. Okay, git branch and the branch name. So I will show you here. So if you want to create the branch, you need to use git branch and it's a branch name. So whatever the branch name you want to keep it, you just give that branch name. Okay, so this will create a branch, create a branch. So why we are using it is, when we need to create or list or the delete the branches, okay, we will use a git branch. Okay, basically we use a git branch to create or to list, okay, or to delete. Okay, so when you want to list the branch, you will use only git branch. Like when you want to know how many branches are present in your repo, we'll use only git branch. Okay, when you want to create the repo, we use a git branch and the branch name, so whatever the branch name you want to create. Okay, so I will show you here. See, in my PyCharm. Okay, so now we are in the main repo, right? So what I will do, I will create one branch saying as Aurora. class. Okay, and just created one class, Aurora class branch. Now let me enter this. Git branch. Once again. Yeah. Now see, this is another command which is nothing but, so new you have created one branch, and when you want to check out into that branch, okay, so you need to use git checkout hyphen b, okay, and your branch name. Like see, so this is create the branch, okay, so and you want to go to that branch, so then you need to use git checkout hyphen b and the branch name. Okay, so it will create the branch and it will be in that branch, and I will get to that branch, so which is nothing but switching to that branch. Okay, so now here when I check the git status, okay, see, it is saying as you're on the branch Aurora. You're not in the main. Okay, you are not in the main. You are in the branch Aurora. Okay, you are in the branch Aurora. So now what I will do here is, now I just clone my repo. Okay, now let me create one Python file. Okay, let me create one Python file. So before going to that, let me give all these details like a git add command also. So let me explain this git add. So git add will do is, so it will move the files from working area, okay, whatever the working area you are doing, so that files will be goes to the staging area. Okay, so which why it is needed is, so when you use a git command, only staging files are will be committed, not all the files. Okay, so when you want to use, when you want to commit, okay, you need the files in the staging area. To move that files into the staging area, we need to use the git add. Okay, moves files from working directory to the staging areas. Okay, staging area is nothing but a temporary save, okay, where we want to save the temporary. So from there, when you use a git commit, okay, git commit, so this git commit will save the staged files, whatever the staged files is there, right? So that staged files will be saved in the local repository. Okay, local git, and here you need to give the message also with the message basically. So when you use a git commit hyphen m, and here you need to pass in the double quotes your message. Okay, so that it will save all your staging files into your local git history. Okay, local git history. Okay, this is a git commit, and we also use a git push. Okay, we also use a git push, so this will uploads, okay, whatever you have saved in your local commits. Okay, this will uploads local commits to the remote repository. So which is basically, so whatever you have done, work done, okay, in your PyCharm. Okay, now see, um let me create one program here, so that mm, example dot py. See, it asking me the add. Okay, it's why, because when you have integrated the git in your PyCharm, it was already integrated. Okay, so it directly asking with my interfaces. Okay, so I'm just canceling that because I want to show you with the commands, okay, in the terminal itself. So I just cancel that. Now see, this is in the red color. Okay, why it is in the red color? Because it is not in the staging area. Okay, it indicating that whatever the files are there which are in the red, which is nothing but they are in the unstaged files. Okay, which are nothing but unstaged files. So when you want to add that file into the staging area, what command I said? I said add command, right? So that command has to be used. Okay, so here I will write one small program like def add. So I just want to add the two numbers. Okay, so that I just created one function, and what I will say here, I will return that a plus b. Okay, and just returning the a plus b. And again, I'm just creating one more one as a subtract. Okay, so this is another program which is nothing but taking the two arguments, and here I just want to return a minus b. Okay, don't worry about this, all the syntax and everything. Okay, and just creating one random examples. Okay, now I just created, right? So still it is in the red color. Okay, still it is in the unstaging area itself. Okay, now what I need to do, I will check the status here. Git status, which means it will give overall. Okay, so what are the changes you have done, what are the branches you are done. Okay, see here, it's saying you are on the branch of Aurora. Okay, it's saying your branch of the Aurora, and you're not committed any commits, okay, yet. And these are the untracked files. Okay, untracked files are nothing but example.py. Okay, example.py. So when you want to add, okay, when you want to add that file into the staging area, which is nothing but tracked file, okay, you need to use a command git add, and you can give the file name. Okay, you can give the file name example.py. Okay, see, now I will check the status, git status. See here also in our PyCharm, it was turned into the green color. Okay, which saying as it was in the staging area. So see, it was the changes to be committed. So it is, this file is ready to commit. Okay, this file is ready to commit. See here, it was previously in the untracked files but not in now. Okay, so now, so when you have, I just given git add and the file name. Okay, when you have number of different, right? Okay, so let me create another file and say as a multiply. Okay, so here it's asking directly, so I'm just canceling that, and here also I will write some program multi of a comma b. Okay, so here what I will do, I will return a into b. Okay, a into b. So this is another program. Okay, now here when I check the git status, okay, see here I have my multiply because it was in the unstaged file. Okay, so like this, if you want to add, if you have like a 10 files, okay, it is difficult to stage add every file, right? So you can use a command like a git add dot, or you can also use any particular files, like you have a only Python files, you want to add that files into the staging area, you can use asterisk dot py file. Okay, you are saying you want to add only the py files into the staging area. Okay, so now you will check, see here also it was converted into the green color. Okay, showing as the files were in the staged area. Okay, so after completion of your staging area, okay, see after completion of your add, you need to commit. Okay, you need to save those staging files into your local git with the message. Okay, so here what I need to do is git, I already used the git, right? Git commit hyphen m added two new files. Okay, so I just given some message here, and let me enter this. Okay, see the two files was changed and 8 insertions was happened. Okay, so now what I will do here is I will check the status again. Git status, see untracked files are nothing, so you have committed. Now what I want to do, now I am in my branch. Okay, let me check in which branch I was. Okay, see when I click on the git branch, it's showing me the branch where I am. Okay, where I am and how many branches are there. So I am in the branch Aurora. Okay, so now what I will do, I will push this code into the remote. Okay, this was saved, these files are all saved in my local system, but when I go to my repo and when I refresh it here, See here we didn't getting any files, right? So we need to push this all my working directory into the remote. Okay, we need to use the push command. See here, git push. What it's doing, it uploads all our local commits to the remote repository. So here, git push. Okay, so here what we need to do, push origin, okay, and your branch name, because you are in the branch. So first you need to push that into the branch name. AU, okay, and it might be give the error for authentication. Okay, it asking me the sign in. Okay, you need to sign in with your browser. Okay, just go to your browser and authentication successful, and come back to your PyCharm. Okay, see the branch was, see, please complete authentication was completed, and the object was successfully pushed to my remote branch. Okay, now go to here and go to your repo and refresh it here. Okay, see here under my Aurora, see this is my branch, right? So this is my branch. So here we can see my example.py file and multiply.py file. Okay, here we can see all my two files which I have created in my PyCharm. Okay, see here we can see example.py. See, this is my whatever I have done in my PyCharm. So this is what we have done in example, right? So see here we can save it. So this is how we can save our cloud, okay, code into the cloud. Okay, so if you see one more thing, and what if you have created files, okay, if somebody was created files and that was stored in these files, and you want to get that files into your PyCharm. Suppose here what I will do, I will create one file and name it as repo file example txt. Okay, so here what I will do, def repo example of a. Okay, and I'm saying here is print of a. Okay, and commit the changes. Okay, and just giving the commit, I just added one file and committing that. Okay, and I saved this. See here, I what, yeah, how many files I have? I have three files now. Okay, I have three files: repo file exam, multiple file exam, and py. But here I have only the two files. Okay, see here what I have done here in the commands. You can done it with the, here you can have the directly, okay, update the project, commit, push, okay, branch, local branch, create the branch, or else here you have the git commands. Okay, see, push, okay, merge, pull, so everything you have. Now when you want to get the data from the remote, okay, so first and foremost thing in the real time also, you what you need to do is, so first command you need to use git pull. Okay, you need to pull whatever there in your remote file. So what I will do here is, so I will go to the file and I will pull, okay, from the origin to the Aurora. See, I'm just pulling. See the one file updated. See here we can see our repo file exam.txt. Okay. See now whatever the file we have created in my repo, now I can see in my local system. So this is the thing. Okay. Did you get it right? So this is how daily you need to update your code into the repo. Okay. So you need to hands-on get hands-on experience with this git commands, so that it will be easier to you also when you go to the real-time projects. Okay, so this is about today's class, guys. So you need to integrate your git in one repo. Okay, that repo you need to clone with your PyCharm project. So there whatever the projects you are Python programs you are creating, so that programs you need to daily push it to your origin by creating the branch. Okay, push and pull, these are the commands we mostly use daily. So this is about today's class, guys. So if you have any doubts regarding anything, so I'm here. So let me ask your doubts, or if you are good with that. Okay, today done with our class. If you have any queries, you can unmute yourself, or you can just ping me in the in the group, or you can also keep the message in the chat. Or if or everybody is done or everybody understand, just let me know as it done in the chat box. Thank you, Santosh. Okay, what about Tanishka? Are you there in the class? Yeah, thank you, Funny. You're the first in the join the class. What about Vivek? Are you understand? Right, thank you. Okay, guys, then thank you. Just keep hands on with that commands. Okay, git add, commit, and push and pull. Okay, most of the real time also we are going to use those commands itself. Uh, those are the basic commands. Okay, you need to hands on with that commands. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for joining the class.